All right, this bird infestation isn't much fun. So we got the guy, the Johnny B. Good, one of the Johnny B. Goods on his gear right now, just pressing, manically, fucking psychotically. Atari game pressing his electronics. They stopped blasting their speakers. Speakers, Bluetooth, all that have a lot to do with this stuff and things. We know that. He's not following me from this route, from the community center. It made quite a stretch. I'll take the dog too when he's arrested, or God forbid, he ends up like some of the people from S Street. Okay, so I've been through this, okay? I have an earplug with a bird infestation. Here, all the way. I was sitting there at that bench. Come right up here. He come right up here, right almost to me. I go over there. He comes that way, all the way. I go down through this fucking way. He's still fucking behind me, okay? Right behind me, man. What are you? What are you, man? Who do you think you are? The screaming birds. So I'm not gonna compete with the bird infestation. I learned I will not win it. My faculties function, okay? When I get these harassing, threatening, also they're hacked and wired for the electro weapons. When I get them from my biological mother, I'm scared of her text messages. Their threats, their all these evil, bad things. She's got everything I fucking own, everything I fucking love, trapped up in her house. I'm out here with the same pair of boots. No contact is no contact. She does stuff and things. We'll get to it. I'm never allowed to talk about it. All right? When I say things like I'll have them put in prison when I leave because you're a federal offender, felons, I'm risking my cats. I'm risking everything in there. They'll just do what terrorists do. Keep fucking terrifying me. And I know it, but there's a point. All right? There's a fucking point. She knew I was going to turn her in. She was very aware of it. I put it in writing. I put it on Facebook. And she knew that I was trying to get her to stop. And that if I got my financial stuff and things, I was trying to get them out of this. But what I learned is these sorts of people that involved with terrorism, that involved with felony fucking organized crime, no family member can make them stop. They'll just turn on the family member. All right? I have a history with my mother and her stepdad of doing terrible things to their daughter, me. I still tried to help them. When I was 49, 48? It got so fucking terrifying in her house. I have yet to testify to it. Then they got their Jefferson County dirty cops gathered up, pounded on my door. It was supposed to be a lot worse than that. The fact that that business was put in a court filing, document court papers, blew my mind. The day that the Jefferson County guys came from the sheriff's department, I'm yelling because of your bird infestation here. The day that they came was supposed to be the last day I was alive. Thanks to the good guys in the U.S. Armed Services, it took military. They were able to bring in regular dummy-dumbs to do a standard procedure of eviction, okay? It wasn't armed. They were armed, but it wasn't armed cops doing a shoot to thrill. Just say I attack, say whatever I want. That's the last day I'm alive. They were going to do anything and everything to take all that money. My relatives, it's not even my fucking money. I give it back to the Russian military. It has to do with a lot of equipment. Remember the equipment inside of S Street. We can cover that, but I can't because of the shit you're obviously seeing me go through here. In these houses is hard equipment, stuff, gear. They want that. Putin, my mother, U.S. cooping neo-Nazi Navy guys. These fucking people, I keep saying it's bigger than me. They want that gear. It's not just the houses. It's not just the money. They want the money for places like Recovery Cafe to keep funding and funding and funding these terror complexes and God knows what other fake businesses they've got going on with licenses. Remember the businesses out of Moldova? It was shut down. It was a fake registered legitimate business. They bought up all these houses in Washington, D.C., row house after row house, and turned it into a terror fucking compound. They had it hooked up with the presidents, Hillary Clinton, all these government officials in order to protect it. That's when I moved in. It was way, way after the fact. It was a couple of years. And they started killing prostitutes in there. And I started tweeting it and putting it all over the internet. Then it got really ugly. We're speeding up here. Then they brought in poisonous gases. They thought they'd finally just shut me up. Well, guess what? I lived through those poisonous gases. I have this terrible wrinkle under my chin from the poisons. I want a settlement, adjudicated settlement from the people who poisoned me to pay for the removal of that wrinkle under my chin. The same shit was happening at my mother's. Around 2 weeks into her house, they started bringing in the same fucking poison toxic gases, blasting me in my room, blasting me in the middle of the night. Then they tell me in the court papers, I imagine that with my mother and her husband's sheriff department. Then they run around and they follow me around town and they believe that if I talk about them on YouTube, they'll just bring those sheriffs back to arrest me in the park. And what's the motive? It's that business on the court papers. Look up the court papers that I uploaded, okay? That's the motive and all the equipment inside of these fucking houses. The stepfather will say he doesn't do what he did 1,000,000 times in front of my face. He'll say he doesn't do it, okay? My fucking God. And then I've been running around since June. No, it's actually since I got off the airplane, unable to say one word about my own biological mother. And what I did say on the Facebook and the entire social media, I put it up, is that I will have her arrested. All right? You either go and turn state, mom, and start cooperating with the good guys, or I will put you in prison, especially after what you've done to me. Any more threats of arrest from your dirty cops, any more electric weapons used on me from your fucking house, any more threats on my cats and my property that you didn't pay one penny for me to replace my damages and my losses from Washington, D.C. anymore. And it's going to be charges against you more and more.